This episode is sponsored by Matt Herbert. Hello and welcome back to Film Pro Productivity and Success, the podcast that helps film pros and other creative people to live a more focused, effective and happy life. My name is Carter Ferguson and this is episode 122, The Focus Funnel. Lost time is never found again. Benjamin Franklin, unquote. So, in last week's show, what did I do? I took on another 3 lessons from TikTok and YouTube sensation Abo Demi, and they're great life lessons, so please go back and check that one out if you missed it. Today, though, I'm reintroducing you to something I covered in passing anyway on a very early episode, and it's Rory Vaden's Focus Funnel. The focus funnel is our attempt to create a visual depiction that codifies the thought process that multipliers go through in their head unconsciously when they are evaluating how to spend their time. It's why some people create extraordinary, explosive, exponential results. Rory Vaden, unquote. Managing your time goes beyond just being efficient and effective. You need to choose what tasks to take on, and just as importantly, which to let go of. And that's where the focus funnel from Rory Vaden's Procrastinate on Purpose comes in handy. This is very much a visual thing, so if you want to fully understand what I'm talking about in this episode, please go to filmproproductivity.com right now and check out the diagram that accompanies this episode. Only there will you find it in the full show notes. The episodes that go out kind of syndicated out to all of the podcast apps only carry a cut down version of the show notes. So go to filmproproductivity.com if you want the full kind of transcript. Things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, unquote. So yeah, we've got this thing called the focus funnel. Now, what I want you to imagine is a funnel. As I say, there's an image that accompanies the episode if you want to look at it, but if you're out walking the dog or you're driving, that's going to be no use to you. So I want to imagine a funnel which is wide at the top and gets thinner as it goes down. And that breaks down tasks. Basically, you drop tasks in at the top, and by the time you get to the end of them, you know which ones to prioritize, because the priority will be diluted at the top, and as you get to the bottom of this funnel, they'll become more concentrated. And so what you do is you fire all of your tasks you've got to do in, and you answer several questions. And the questions are, on the first level, which tasks from this list you've got to do can you eliminate? Which ones can you remove altogether? Some will not be important. This quite often will lead on from a brain dump. If you're just filled with stuff in your head, you need to do a brain dump. I did an episode on it. Was it this season? I might even have done that episode on it. But if you've got a lot of stuff you need to do and you're not sure what to do first, drop it into this focus funnel. Top of the list is which items on your list can you eliminate? And then the next question you should be asking yourself is, which items on your list can you automate? And that for me is things like I automate the promotion of this show onto social media. Now, I still spend time doing it, but I do it in advance. I will quite often have weeks and weeks worth of social media posts ready to go out to promote each show far in advance by using something called Buffer, which is a free online software, online website really, where I can put in posts which will be scheduled to go out at a later date. So that's something I can automate. I can automatically have those things go out rather than have to deal with them on the night that the show is released. And that's the second question that you ask yourself. So the first question is, does this task actually need to be done? If not, eliminate that task. And then whatever's left from your list, then go down. What on your list here can you automate? Is there any repetitive task basically that a computer can do can be automated? So that's something you can put aside as well. And the next question you want to ask yourself is the final lower part of the funnel is, can someone else do whatever it is you've got to do as good as you can do it? And if so, you can delegate it. So the top of the funnel is eliminate, the middle of the funnel is automate, and the final question is, what can you delegate? And there are tasks you can delegate. At the moment, I'm considering, and I will be delegating, the conversion of these episodes onto YouTube. I've done the first 12, the first 15 I think I've done, which was the first mini season and full season. But I'm going to be paying someone at the rate of something like, I wish I could get it done for less, but £2 or £3 per show, just to go through the process of getting each episode up onto YouTube. And I will be delegating them. I just don't have the time to do it myself. But I did raise money for it, as I'm sure regular listeners will know, and I've got money sitting aside there, about £200 or so, which I can put over to someone else to get the show on. So that's something I can delegate. And once I've answered those questions, I've got one last question that I'll ask myself on this focus funnel, and that is, does it need to get done right away? And if it does need to get done right away, I will concentrate on it. I will focus on it. That's the important thing at the bottom of the funnel. And if it doesn't have to get done right away, I will deliberately procrastinate on it and do it later, procrastinate on purpose. It can go onto tomorrow's list or next week's list, and I can drop it back into the focus funnel again. And with that new set of tasks that I've got next week, I can ask myself then, what can I eliminate? What can I automate? What can I delegate? And then ask myself, does it need to get done right away? And perhaps that task that I've put off today, next week, will have to get done right away, and then I can concentrate on it. But basically, your priority is diluted at the top of this funnel, and it becomes a concentrated thing to focus on at the bottom. That is the focus funnel. As I say, whatever's left at the bottom of this that has not been eliminated, automated, or delegated, or deliberately procrastinated on till next week or the next time I come to this focus funnel, are the things that I will concentrate on right now. And they are my priorities. They will get my focus, and I'll work only on them. I'll set a Pomodoro timer, and I will get that job or those jobs done immediately. And as you work through this checklist, you're sure to find activities, as I say, that can be eliminated, automated, delegated, and procrastinated on. It works very, very well. And as I say, this is called Rory Vaden's focus funnel. You multiply your time by spending time on things today that will give you more time tomorrow. Rory Vaden, unquote. Now, the focus funnel can't get you out of all your work, but it will help you to put each task into perspective and help you to maximize the time that you spend on the things that matter most. And today's call to action is to go to the website, filmproproductivity.com, and have a good look at the focus funnel, download the image or just photograph it on your phone, and use this to prioritize your tasks in the future. If you get tasks on the go right now and you don't know which one to do first, drop them into the focus funnel and you will have a solution. You will be able to focus down on what really matters. The key to becoming an efficient leader isn't checking off all the items on your to-do list each day. It's forming the habit of prioritizing your time so that you are accomplishing your most important goals in an efficient manner. John C. Maxwell, unquote. On next week's show, I'll be looking at the adage that you become the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Have you heard that one? It's something I've talked about a few times, but I've never done a deep dive into it. I don't know how deep a dive I need to do, really. It's a fairly simple concept, but I'm going to be looking at that one next week. Please join me then to find out more. But for now, though, I am going to end with some words from John Maeda, who said, "People who can focus get things done. People who can prioritize get the right things done." Now, take control of your own destiny, keep on shooting, and join me next time on Film Pro Productivity and Success. The music that you can hear right now is Adventures by Ehumitsu, and the executive producer of this season is Christopher McPhillips I can't speak. from Artos Digital. His links are in the show notes if you want to check them out. And you can view the full show notes for this show, as I mentioned before, only on the official website, filmproproductivity.com. Join me on Twitter at FilmProProdPod or on Facebook at FilmProProductivity. Can't speak, getting there. And please continue to support the show by subscribing, spreading the word, and leaving an awesome review.